eyebrow raise scenario, because I mean, my view on plastic surgery is I do think it can be proxy for mental illness. And so I'm not particularly inclined to also excessive vanity. How? Well, I mean, if you are so dissatisfied with your body, and it's, for example, breast implants, with the exception of a woman who's had breast cancer and had to have a breast removed, for example, there's no medically indicated reason to have plastic put into your chest. There's no medical reason to do that. It's purely cosmetic. You are so...
What's so wrong with someone wanting to feel more confident? What if someone just wanted bigger boobs?
You are so dissatisfied with your current present appearance.
What if they're not?
That you're going to spend thousands of dollars.
By definition, you would be, right?
You're spending thousands of dollars. You're going under anesthesia, which requires a certain risk. Me personally, I just don't find it aesthetically. I don't think it. The look is actually not terrible, but I mean, touch, no, not a fan of it. I'm trying to think of what else. It's just I don't typically like women who have excessive vanity. I tend to prefer women who are a bit more modest. So, I mean,
it is there.
What?
Like all the plastic surgery, the nose, the breasts, the penis increase.
So yeah, it's typically.
Is that a surgery?
Yeah, like
I thought that was just in like cartoons.
Or your height.
You can increase your height?
Yeah.
How do you increase your height?
Your knees. They like something in your calves. Like, I don't know.
And stuff. But
I did not know that.
It's so dangerous.
But it's very small percentages. It's just like a few inches because...
It doesn't seem worth it.
Yeah.
It's a very painful surgery and recovery.
Look, I think we as men have a duty.
Labia's right, okay.
We as men have a duty, like I said, to protect women, not just from physical threats, but also threats of the mind. Yeah. And in my view, society has... To some degree, when it comes to unattainable beauty standards, has compelled women to start undertaking these, quite frankly, expensive and unnecessary and dangerous plastic cosmetic surgeries, which I view are not necessary. And I think that is an attack on women's mind.
Yeah, also, like, your beauty is for your spouse. Or I guess your like long-term, fiance or whatever, boyfriend. But it's like it's not for you. It's not, and it's not for the public.
I disagree with that entirely.
Yeah.
I was completely single when I got my surgery done.
Which is why I think
people misunderstand that fact, and then they start to do things because of their own vain neuroses or because they want to impress the public or whatever.
Impress what public? I was working in corporate America and single, and I wasn't dating or I was celibate.
So I'm saying it wasn't for
What?
What if it's literally just something that you want? Like,
why
what
do you
if
want
it literally
the
just
question
comes
is why
down?
do you want it?
Wait, plastic surgery?
But that's... I get what you're kind of saying, because what he's saying is, like, women or anybody getting plastic surgery, unfortunately, it leads to more and more increase of those surgeries annually in the population getting them. And that leads to this dissatisfaction with many other people because they see
I can
someone
see
that...
I can
Alex
see that.
Earl, for instance, she has breast implants. So many girls have grown kin to her and they love her and they're fans of her, and because she has them, all these other people, not even putting her down, will unfortunately say, oh, I want them too now because she's really pretty, I'm gonna get them too. And it can be anybody. It could just be any random girl that they see on the street. And that's what he's saying, is it unfortunately leads to this downfall where women and other people, men as well, fall into this need or desire to change their bodies just because they're seeing one other person. It's not just one person. It could be thousands and thousands of people, and that's what's happening, is constant plastic surgery unfortunately leads to so many people wanting to do the same and changing their bodies. That's why we have the BBLs. That's why we have the Kardashians, which
Some
we spoke
people
about
die
earlier.
from that
Unfortunately,
shit.
it's just
Joan Rivers.
how
Also
it
because she
goes.
said Michelle Obama is a
Yeah,
man.
I can see that. I just don't personally agree with the fact that, like, it can't just be like, okay, I want this.
Yeah,
because
like
I
a
want
personal
it.
decision.
But why do you want
Because my labias, I mean, I didn't have big ass
but
labias, but like they
sure.
just didn't
But
fit
that's-
nice in my underwear,
But
and I
let's
just
look
wanted
at
them how I
much more
wanted them.
common like plastic surgery procedure, which would be breast implants, for example.
Sure.
There's no medically indicated reason to get breast implants.
Sure.
I mean, again, I mentioned the breast
But we were talking
cancer
about
thing, but-
labias.
So then why would one do it?
Because they want to change their body.
That's-
But why do they want it?
For themselves.
Yeah.
What if someone literally just wanted it?
Right, you're saying they want it because they want it, but I'm just saying, like, right, what is impelling that desire?
Originally,
I've
they're not
always
happy with what
I've
they
always
have
wanted
versus
bigger
others.
That's one reason, yeah, for
Exactly.
sure.
But I'm happy with my body now. I think my boobs are great, but I've always wanted to have big boobs since I was a little kid. I always like boobs, like woo. Okay,
and that's your point,
exactly
right?
like that, and that's not to say that like you can't naturally want it. You can't naturally want a labiaplasty or anything else.
Yeah.
Like, of course, if you're feeling discomfort, you're feeling discomfort with your breasts. But all in all, unfortunately, although you don't want to admit it, you saw big boobs one time. Maybe your mom had big boobs. You don't have them at that time. Maybe you're 13, 14, whatever age it might have been. Said, oh, I want mommy's boobs. I did the same thing when I was younger. Most girls do. As do men with certain other aspects of their bodies.
I wanted my mother's boobs. And I kept feeling my chest and they were never there.
Where you want your big brother's abs or something of that sort, and that's where it kind of comes to. It's just a comparison, unfortunately. But it's not to say that you can't want it for yourself. It's not to say that you're just changing it for you. You can do that. I don't agree on that aspect that you're doing it for a man or for anybody else. But ultimately, it's because you saw someone else and you're comparing yourself.
I can see how most of the time people could put themselves to
whether or not
in comparison
you
with someone else.
Exactly. So if I saw my mom's big boobs when I was younger and I compared myself, oh, I'm flat chested, I really want big boobs, I might not still think about her breasts in comparison to me now or wherever that may be in 2 years after that. But regardless, because I once saw that and I once made that comparison or made that little moment into my mind, unfortunately that led to this weird feeling where I always want big boobs because I've compared myself, whether it be my mom, whether it be my sister, whether it be whomever else. That's just how it goes. That's just a natural urge that a lot of women have with breast augmentations or other augmentations that they make.
I guess last thing on the plastic surgery thing. I mean, just for me, I would prefer a woman who, and I think a lot of men feel the exact same way on this. I'd prefer a woman with a small upper lip than with lip filler. I'd prefer a woman with flat or A-cup breasts than big fake titties. I'd prefer a woman with a little belly fat than lipo belly. I'd prefer a woman with a small butt than BBL.
I respect that.
And
that's
also
cool.
the label thing, but we talked about that.
I like that after that long monologue of just all sorts of like disgusting physical, you said, I respect that, Brian.
I do. I think that I respect the preference. That you like her, and I respect that you like women how they are, and without having to do anything to change that. That's what I respect.
I've never met a man who says that he prefers a woman with lots of plastic surgery. Never once. I met women who say that it's important.
The guys who push their girlfriends to get plastic surgery. This is advice for women. That's a red flag. If the dudes are pushing,
does that happen?
Yeah,
there are guys. There are some guys.
That's a no-no for me. I don't fuck with that.
They're doing, but. I mean, I do want to say to any women watching, there are plenty of men who will appreciate you as you are. You don't gotta undergo these very expensive and oftentimes dangerous surgeries to be,
because most of the time, yes, that's so true and so beautifully said and everything. Also, just practically most of the time, they make women look worse.
It's not.
That's also a good point.
Yeah. You lose your life to it a lot of the time, unfortunately.
Point. Good times. We have a couple more things here. We have, let's see. We did the rating 1 to 10. I think everybody here was pretty much a 10.
I was going to be an 8, but then you said I should bump it up, which I appreciate.
It's a bit
delusional.
The whole, not you, but the whole 10 thing.